What's up, chosen ones, man? I'm back with another video, and this video right here is going to be called Chosen Ones. It's power in your silence. It's power in it. It's power in your silence. Power is silence. Silent power. Let's talk about it. So, chosen ones. The silence is urgent. The silence is urgent. What does that mean? That meaning the ability to hold your tongue is the way you react, right? It's the way you react. Um, Two, it's the way you react to ordeals, the situations, and the way you react is typically due to your gut feeling. So typically, when something happens, you have a gut feeling and then you react. But see, that's actually what we don't want you to do. We want you to live consciously. We want you to think before you act. It's okay to have the gut feelings, but we're working on shifting the gut feelings to something brand new via shadow work and these other things. Those things can actually screw up your life. And what I mean by those things, your feelings, your emotions, your knee jerk reactions. It's okay to feel something, but for you to actually feed into it is a total different. We want to distinct those. We want to distinct that. Feeding into it's over here, and feeling it's over here. When I feel it, I actually still have the power because I feel it, and now I could do something about it, such as block it out, turn on some music, do this thing, do that thing, to what modify and ratify the situation. Me feeling it versus me reacting to it or trying, doing something, you know, like out of reactivity is powerless, meaning I gave my power away because it's okay to feel something and not to be what you call it, to feel something and not be reactive to it, as I would say. So that can screw up your life. So it's the realization that, hey, things can happen and still not define or have nothing to do with me at all. It can just totally be on them. But to be honest, it can as well be on nobody. That's another thing. Like, it can be on them, but see, the reason why it's so easy for us to get tricked is because it could, if they're a narcissist in your life, if they got you thinking about them at all, they win because either way it go, they sometimes, even though they're narcissists, sometimes they do things pure too, without any intent behind it. So then technically there's two them. And because there's two them, if you are moving out of reactivity and they happen to be on their second them, which is the calm or just relaxed or just not even trying to do nothing to you them, then technically you're now going to be the one out of balance. So the key, like I said, is that to just understand that, hey, I have all the power right now. I have it right now. And see, one thing we don't focus on in life, we don't realize, is that just because God give you, okay, let's say God give you $1 million. If you got it, but you don't acknowledge that you got it, do you really got it? Because it could be in your mailbox and you never knew you had it. Same thing with power. If you have the power, it's only way you really got it is if you can see that you have it. So what are some significations that you have it? Would be what I would say is like the way you feel, um, You have it when you also, it's not the way you feel, it's the fact that you feel how you feel. If you can understand what I'm saying. Let me break that down. Let me break that down. I can feel my feelings. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, let me say it. Right now, what I'm feeling a state of calmness. I can feel the fact that I'm feeling calmness. So I'm removed from it. I can feel the fact that I can feel it versus me just 100% feeling it and being indulged in it and saying, oh, well, I got luckily plummeted with this calmness from somewhere. No, I can have it and still be detached from it. So that's a little secret in the fact that you can see it and observe it better from back here than from in it. Even though it feels good both ways, it's better for you to take that calmness and to do what? This is how I'm telling you, you know, you got power. You know, you got power because it's not necessarily what you have, it's the maintenance and the maintaining it, and it's the preserving it, and it's the what you do with it. So right now I have calmness, but right now I'm posting a YouTube video with my calmness. So it's not the calmness that's the prize, it's the or my audacity to do something with the calmness that is going to be turned into something more stable, which is a video or a post that's going to stay on a timeline and that's going to feed. So this is why I say you can know you don't got to post a video to know you got power. You don't got to do anything. But the more things that you do while you have power, you'll be able to have a better identification and perception of when you have power because you you start to gain uh familiarity with that feeling and what that feeling is capable of doing. So the more you're in tune and you're feeling that feeling of calmness, you can really decide like, okay, I was calm and then the narcissist came around and then I felt uncalm. So now not only do I feel that, but I can explain and express that to the narcissist. See, when you get into a debate with a narc and you saying stuff like, oh, da da da, you got to really break down. I was calm before you came and did this. So your reasoning skills are all dependent upon how vivid your perspective is of what was happening in those moments. So now your sense of expression is higher, your sense of intelligence is higher, and so people can perceive and grasp what you're trying to say better. So you gain more respect based off your ability to articulate oneself, and that's power. Because within that, people could see that, hey, this person actually has intelligence, integrity, intelligence, intel. So if you live a long life of people and you have no intellect or no intelligence or no integrity, people can't intel what's going on inside of you. And when they can't tell what's going on inside of you, they can never respect what's going on inside of you. So even someone who you think is a narcissist or that hates you, how can they hate what they don't know? You have to be you. I remember I listened to a spiritual guy and he said something like that. He said the only reason people are under your skin is because you're not under your skin. The problem is you're not full of yourself, which is pretty egotistical, right? God gave you life. Why would you not be? Who told you that you cannot be full of yourself? And that's kind of like a inverse way to look at it, right? And to get you to see like, okay, maybe I'm not fully confident. Maybe I'm not fully being real. Maybe I'm not full of myself. Maybe I'm not in first person. And this is why people can come in and kind of, intrude these emotional boundaries, because you have to be very intelligent and just you have to constantly be facing your fears kind of, but just whatever you're feeling, you got to kind of like let it shine a little bit. If you're angry, let it shine a little bit. If you're mad, let it shine a little bit. If you're happy, you practice not letting it shine a little bit, because you know that, I mean, let it shine, but don't practice not like retention. Like you don't have to like fully show your enemies that you're happy right now. But then but what I'm trying to get y'all to see is that you have the power, you have the control over the percentage of how much you let out, whether that be happy or mad. But the more that you focus on that, and I want to say like retain or pay attention to that aspect of yourself, the more you can like the less power anyone gonna have to break you, and the more power you're gonna have to break them. So it's just like, that's what integrity is, like who's internally stronger, who's stronger inside. uh and also, like I said, before I end this video, just your ability to not let too many words out in an argument is even a scenario of that. Your ability to not beat your meat, or to not eat food, or to not go after every girl, or to not feel super ecstatic just because a girl texts you back. Like those are all in intellect. It's intellect. It's like, okay, I know how I typically would feel, but I know I'm gonna go this way with that feeling. Control your feelings. Control your feelings. People don't tell you that. They tell you not to feel it, but that's bullshit. That's BS. You're gonna feel something, but you don't have to. It doesn't have to rule. It doesn't have to rule. And if it does, then acknowledge that it is. That's what's happening. I mean, nothing's better than doing that, because that acknowledgement gives you insight. It gives you insight. You can't see what you don't want to look at. Oh, my mom make me mad. So you embarrassed, so you don't even want to look at that, because somebody told you need to be always alpha and in control. So you don't even want to look at that. So now you gonna wig out in other ways, because you're not acknowledging the fact that, nah, she really got me. She really annoying me. She really bothering me. And see, it's facing it and that acknowledgement that make you it don't hurt as bad, because it just can't. I don't understand why either, but it just don't. Science, I don't know. But I'm gonna see on the next video, chosen ones. Just sometimes these videos gonna do that, go a little deeper. But see you on the next video, man. I'm out. Peace.